We began tonight's service with a quote from Sadie American that I want to bring us back to. The Jew is an idealist, but also practical. The Jew has seen the stars reflected from the well springs on the earth about him or her. And so, though the Jew gazes at the stars, they have not fallen into the abyss of loss of faith and trust in the eventual triumph of right and justice. This is a striking metaphor constructed by a striking woman, an activist and social reformer, organizer and pioneer in a time when such roles were not open to women. Still today, of course, some roles and opportunities are thought of still in gendered terms. Midwives, mentioned in our Torah portion, still very much a female profession, as well as the majority of those providing online education for Ontario's children this week from their homes with noise and distractions around them are also from a gendered profession. What Sadie American writes is truly about being aware. Aware like Moses when he acted out in anger at the Egyptian overseer of the suffering in the world around him, though he did not have the control needed to properly deal with that situation. Aware like Moses was most notably when he looked into the burning bush, noticed it was not being consumed, and received his charge. Our tradition, as we will hear tomorrow in Uri's Devar Torah, says that Moses was in many ways great, but also incomplete. In the book of Psalms, we hear the words, Chesed be'emet nifgashu, tzedek v'shalom nashaku. This verse is traditionally read, loving kindness and truth shall meet, and justice and peace shall kiss. But in the years leading up to the American Civil War, one of the first Reform rabbis in North America, Rabbi David Einhorn, chose to read this verse differently. Loving kindness and truth shall meet, and when they do, justice and peace then, and only then, shall come together and kiss. This verse, according to the Midrash, refers actually to our Torah portion. Moses was the law and justice leader. This had its negative side effects: anger and impulse, a burning focus which pushed away the Jewish people in the desert. Aaron, on the other hand, was loving kindness and peace. But the rabbis point out this also had its negatives. Aaron built the golden calf for the sake of appeasing the masses and went too far beyond the bounds of what was right in order to create what was calm. But, Rabbi Einhorn teaches, we can find a place of meeting between these concepts. When law is applied with kindness and compassion, when truth is told, mixed together with loving kindness, so others can receive it. He concludes, true peace lies in the meeting of love and truth, when justice and peace come together and kiss one another. Friends, this week, I don't need to give you a sermon on leadership or on truth, because we are in Canada. But what I do want to talk about instead is that we often hold on to our idea of what is right, truth and law. Rabbi Einhorn isn't a nihilist. He doesn't say that there is no law, there should be no justice. He very much believes in truth and law, for him in Torah. But what I find so compelling about Einhorn's teaching on this particular night is the reminder that right isn't peace. Truth isn't peace. And peace for the sake of peace isn't true peace. Loving kindness alone isn't wholeness, isn't the whole picture. We don't teach only to forgive and forget in Judaism. Rather, what we teach is that true peace comes when we temper our righteous anger also with kindness, our thirst for justice with our thirst for mutuality and understanding. We know that we can be led astray when we hold on too much to what we think is true or right, but rather we must find within ourselves the ability and strength to open ourselves up, to find loving kindness, to find mutuality, and through those things, to find wholeness and peace. Our prayers for the eventual triumph of right and justice are not that. They are really prayers for coming together and healing. I wish you, on this Shabbat, that you are able to find a feeling of shalom.